So with this one, we are going to start with House of Hannibal. I was listening to him this morning and he was making me laugh, but he had some excellent points. So this is where we're going to be starting it at.
I don't understand why you think that Salah is attracted to you because he doesn't show you any type of affection. He doesn't hold you, doesn't put your hand, he doesn't lightly, gently put his arm around your waist. He doesn't run up on, he doesn't give you a hug. All he does is maybe on occasion show his nasty ass crusty fingernails as he pinches or even just caresses and rubs your little hog like cheeks. That's about all he does. So, ma'am, what lie you're trying to force upon everybody else? A lot of us, a lot of us have our own eyes and we can see, Foodie. So
Crappy, hateful piece of shit dumbass. She has a following, like who her following is like? Kalari, an idiot. This idiot is bigger than me and calls me a heifer.
Ma'am, you are always going after people's looks. Have you seen yourself without filters? And you think you are smaller than Kalari? Have you seen the size of your actual self, Chantal, without filters? You are always going for people's looks. Most people don't go for your looks, and then you get mad when they do so.
oh, and here we are. Now you want to be upset about Kalari. Why? Why? Because Kalari has called you out, because Kalari has grown exponentially with her content. Kalari doesn't have to stream every day, nor does she share her life. She shares what she wants you to know. Kalari actually gets online showing you her workout regimen. She's not ashamed of herself, nor is she trying to hide herself. Are you upset, Foodie, that you've ran into what I'm going to quote is a real person? You've ran into somebody that is comfortable enough to be able to show you what they do, show you their health routine, show you who they used to be, where they came from, and who they are today. Are you upset because some accountability on Kalari's part has been taken for making sure that she's got to the point that she is at, while you continue to blame everything on everyone else? It's not your fault that you failed 15 diets in a row. It's not your fault that you couldn't do a water fast. It's everybody else's fault. It's and so you're upset with Kalari? Oh,
I'm leaving this part in because House of Hannibal made such great points, and I also enjoyed this part of laying it down with Foodie Beauty and the way he just dragged her. It was delicious. So just a little bit more of House of Hannibal.
she used Pete's for the longest, then she used BB, then she used Pete's again because Pete's is an idiot. Then she used Natter, who Natter also used her, which I think is the reason why she can't let Natter go. Hey, reason why she can't let Natter go is because Natter outplayed her. Natter played the game better than her. And Foodie, just like a lot of other creators out there, don't know how to take an L. She don't know how to take that loss. So since
You see, Nada played, or Elsebi played the living F out of her. And the funny thing too is that Didi was in it. And Didi even said so. She knew what was going on. She was fine with it because she didn't have to spend her own money. Didi was in the whole thing. And like she said, Nada faked laughter perfectly and drained her. And what Salad Boy is getting right now is literally the scraps of Natter. He's literally getting the scraps of Natter, which is, I think, the whole thing is so funny when she keeps on saying my husband like it's a flex. Ma'am, we understand what's going on. Your fake husband. That's what you meant to say, your fake husband.
Natter was the only one that has defeated her in her own game of foolishness, she's always going to chase him. It's an infinite chase because she's going to have to be better than him. She's going to one up him. See, I told you I was better. That's why she's.
So on the next clip, she's gonna continue to go after Kalori's look. So before I let her do that, I'd like to say, Chantal, Your boobs are 10 miles apart from each other, ma'am. I'm not even gonna go for the neck. That's obvious. I'm not even gonna go for the face. That's obvious. But your boobs are 10 miles apart from each other.
Bigger and has no teeth, like has any nerve talking about my looks. And will sit there and be like, so you're gonna talk about my looks? I'm a published author. Who gives a shit? So is the person who wrote Twilight. They'll publish anybody these days.
So since they will publish anybody these days, how come they didn't publish you? Are you mad that they didn't publish you? Did you try to get yourself published, Chantal, and you got shut down? What does that have to do with anything? What does it have to do with anything? Why are you always going after people that actually make valid points about you without going for your looks? But since you don't have the brain to make a valid point or poignant debate, your go-to is people's looks. It's the cheapest shot we ever get, and you're the last person that should be doing that, Chantal. Honestly, you are the last person who should be going for other people's looks. Honestly. Skateboy, your husband should be telling you this.
And so you're upset about the person that published Twilight? I'm not understanding, Foodie. Twilight, regardless of how garbage of a movie it was, the book probably sold millions. Hey, the book helped the movie sell millions. Somebody got paid off of Twilight, Foodie. So again, nobody's getting paid off of your YouTube plaque. Even you're not even getting paid off of your YouTube plaque. Your accomplishments equal to nothing. You married some hairy guy off in the desert that's going to eventually get you killed because he doesn't care about your health situation. That's your biggest achievement right now? Ma'am, you're failing at life, and this is horribly bad. I don't even know why you can humble yourself, ma'am. You know what? If you can get to 61 pages of the Quran, you might get to the part where they might tell you how to act.
I hate all you freaks. Not Beezers, of course I love me. I won't show my butt.
So in the next clip, since Foodie likes to come after people over bullshit, where they live at, what they look like. So with this clip, I'd like to point out, like, ma'am, you literally live at the bus depot by the beach in the poor part of town. Bus depot. Don't flex.
These buses, they fill them up with workers. Oh.
Uh-oh. Foodie, you gave me a glimpse into what I wanted to see, how this apartment was shaped. So it seems here, as we take a brief tour of Foodie Beauty's tour eating room. Here, let's go back a little bit. Thank you so much. Look at there. It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, that's it worked that time. Ha ha. It worked that time. We can see directly into Foodie's house. Let's see. We got the front door right here. This could be the kitchen. I'm not going to say that's not an oven right there, but then we got the table where look at the amount of food and clutter that she has here. Of course, her eating tray is down, so this is all sitting on the table. We got a better glimpse. I'm looking for the trash can or whatever she's down there holding or hoarding food, which I think is possibly just this chair. It does look like it has stuff.
So with that, it does help me understand that that big table, when she has that little black table, that makes her look like she's sitting on a high chair. The long white table literally is filled with nothing but food. So she expects us to believe every time she shows us the dainty gold portions, we're supposed to believe that's all she's eating. And then she's wondering and doesn't understand why her blood sugar is so high. Ma'am, stop it. So with the next clip right here is her going to a polyclinic. I actually did Google and looked them up. I'll be inserting some pictures as needed, but yes, she went to a polyclinic.
Have been really high. So there's three things I'm really trying to fix. Number one being the infection, because that can cause your blood sugars to remain elevated. My blood sugars are fluctuating, like they go lower, they go high, and you know, they usually are pretty high right now, despite being on my medication and everything else. And so I'm trying to deal with that. I'm trying to deal with the high blood sugar, and I'm also trying to, of course, tackle this weight issue and get on a proper diet plan for that. So I was put on insulin, and so far it doesn't seem to be very effective, but he put me on a low dose of like 5 units. So I'm injecting myself with that, but I have an appointment later today.
With what I'm understanding, what's going on with her is that she thinks since she's on medication, she can continue eating whatever she wants, and yet she gets stupefied when she doesn't get the results that she wants. And with the diet, when were you ever on a diet, Chantal? Let's be honest. You were never on a diet. You never listened to the doctors. You always know better than the doctors. No wonder you cannot get anything under control.
I'm going to work with a doctor, come up with a good medicine plan.
So this is the part that really pisses me off. Chantal went through this again while she was in Kuwait. A doctor told her what she could and couldn't eat. She was shown how much she should be eating, like you'll see in the next clip when she went to the polyclinic. She did not listen to that doctor because her excuse was that she felt that the doctor wanted her to be a vegetarian or vegan because he was Indian, so therefore she felt like she didn't have to listen to him, even though she was told the exact same freaking thing a couple months ago. Now we're supposed to feel bad. Yo, did you catch the leg spread on that? Do you see how huge she is? Yes, I'm doing this because she's going after people's looks and I'm in the mood today. Holy moly. So with that last clip, you guys see that's a normal person portion of food. Her portion of food is so skewed, is mind-bending. And I will give her a day or two with her before she comes back on complaining about how can anybody be full eating that size. That's a normal person portion, and actually that food looks good to me. But I'm pretty sure to her that's not full of grease. There's no way she'll be able to keep up with this diet. And there's one more point, hold on. So I looked up the polyclinic, and with a dosage, I'm going to be inserting those in the next clips. So please pause and read them. So this one had me interested. I'm no profession, so I'm just asking. So does this mean that she is a full-blown type 1 diabetic? Is that what that means? I'm not sure. I'm just putting up what I found. So this is no medical show or anything like that. So, okay, you guys. So this is the one I was interested in mostly. It says, good starting point. Your dose may go up 2 to 4 units every 3 days until you reach your fasting blood sugar target. So it goes on, and then it says the type of insulin your doctor chooses depends on your weight, blood sugar, any other health problems you have, the cost. Okay, this is the one thing that stood up to me. So with the polyclinic, she said she's on low dosage. So I'm thinking they gave her a low dosage to maintain until she went to the hospital. That's my thought on this. Because with how bad or how horrible she is in shape, if she actually went to a hospital, why would they let her leave in such a bad shape? That's my question. And which is why it circles back to me with the cost. Because the other thing is in Kuwait, if you're a non-Kuwaiti resident, which pretty much everything is free for you, I mean a Kuwaiti citizen, if you're a resident, your cost is lower. Skateboard cannot use his Kuwaiti residency card for her because they're not legally married. And she doesn't have traveler's insurance, health insurance. So the only thing she could afford is the polyclinic. And if you look at the hospital for visitors or tourists, it costs almost $1,000 a day in a hospital. And homegirl here wants us to believe that she actually went to a hospital. I'm sorry, I actually think not. I don't buy that one bit. Have fun at the polyclinic, Chantal.